Hello everyone, my name is Ben, also known as Scorpio, and welcome back to another unboxing video. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. The new Series 2 Elite controller follows on from the very successful predecessor, the Series 1, but the Series 2 is bringing several design and other improvements as well, so let's take a look at those in more detail. So as we can see on the packaging here, inside the box you get the Series 2 controller itself, 2 interchangeable D-pads, 6 interchangeable thumbsticks, 2 sets of paddles, carrying case, charging dock, thumbstick adjustment tool, and the USB-C cable, which we'll take a look at soon. In terms of the box itself, the box is actually really nice and it was much heavier than I was expecting. But as we take a look inside here, we can see the carry case that the controller comes inside, so we'll take a look at that shortly, but let's see what else we've got in the box. So underneath the carry case we can see 2 little boxes or packages. Firstly, at the bottom here we have the USB-C type cable, which I mentioned earlier, which was a super nice surprise to find out that it is a braided cable. I'm a huge fan of braided cables. Not only do they last longer, but they're also more stylish in my opinion too. So as you can see, it's a standard USB to a USB Type-C on the one side, which is the one that connects to the controller and the charging dock as well. Apparently this controller holds 40 hours of battery life, which I thought was incredible on a single charge, so I'm really excited to test that out and I hope that stat is true, because that is amazing if it is. Finally, in the bottom of the box we have our usual information slips in this nice little package. This was quite an odd one actually, because usually all the different languages come in the same booklet, but this time there were several booklets for all the different languages, which was quite a strange choice there. A Game Pass Ultimate, which I would usually give away, but I actually need it for myself this time because I'm loving the Game Pass Ultimate at the moment, so I will be using that one, so sorry about that. Quick look through there, but you don't want to see everything, just the general setting up and information about the controller itself in various languages, as I mentioned. Now it's time to get onto the good stuff. So over to the packaging here, fantastic again, nice little embossed Xbox logo on the packaging here, really robust and solid case there, so I don't think there's any issues with damaging the controller inside. This was a really cool little feature actually. There's a charging port, so you can actually charge your controller while it's in the case. I'm not sure why you would need to, in which situation that is more beneficial, but it's possible if you can find a sort of reason to do so. So simply unzip the package to open, and there is the gorgeous Elite Series 2 controller, as well as all the different attachments at the bottom there, which we'll go through shortly. Now seriously, on first impressions this controller just looked absolutely gorgeous, but we'll get back to that soon. I know you're all quite excited to see that controller, because so was I, trust me, but I thought I'd get everything else out of the way and then take a proper look at the controller after. So first up in the carry case we have the charging dock here, so I just peeled this piece of fabric off, which was just protecting it, I assume, and there are 3 dots there connect with the 3 dots on the back of the controller, which I'll also show you shortly, and the USB Type-C connection there as well, so you can plug straight into it. So as I mentioned before, you can actually charge the controller whilst it's in the case, so you'd simply put the charging dock inside the case there, and the USB Type-C would connect through the gap I showed you earlier. Also at the bottom of the case here we have this little tension tool, which allows you to adjust the tension of the analog sticks to suit your preference, and various different analog stick options here. So we've got concave, convex, a taller option as well. Finally, in the carry case we also have an extra D-pad option, just in case you wanted to swap out the one that comes standard with the controller, but I doubt you will, because the one that comes with the controller is super awesome looking and it's amazing. Now it's finally time to take a close-up look at the controller itself. Now holding this in your hands, it's hard to describe, because at the end of the day it is just a controller, right? But it's so comfortable to hold and it feels so solid, the build quality, the weight to it, all the buttons and everything feels so tactile. The options and customization that's available on this controller is just absolutely incredible. So on the back of the controller it comes pre-installed with these 4 paddles. They're super easy to take off and change if you needed to, but I love them just as they are. As you can see, they just sort of slot in magnetically and it's as easy as that. I believe the controller also supports up to 3 custom profiles at once, as well as the default profile, which you can just switch through, and it sticks in the controller's memory, I believe, so you can just change between different profiles that you've set for your controls. So basically what that means is you can set your custom keybinds for Rocket League or Call of Duty and set them to different profiles without having to change them every single time, so you can just quickly press a button and swap between that profile whenever you load the game you want to play. You may have also noticed these switches on either side of the back of the controller, and basically they adjust how far you can press the triggers in on either side. So if you set it to this short setting here, then basically it turns the trigger into a hair trigger, and if you set it back to default, then it goes all the way down. And there's 3 options, so there's obviously a hair trigger, a midway, and a full press. So that's really nice to see, because it means you can again customize it exactly what suits your playstyle or whichever game you're playing at the time. As I mentioned before, the controller's design is absolutely gorgeous. It's got these rubberized grips on either side which make it super comfortable to hold, as well as that sleek grey, black and sort of silvery design to the controller, which just makes it look and feel very premium. So I thought I'd quickly show you how the charging dock works. You obviously plug it in via the USB cable provided, and then simply pop your Xbox controller on top and it starts charging. Or if you'd rather bypass the charging dock, then you simply just take the USB-C type out of that charging dock and then put it straight in the back of the controller. So it's basically up to you. I guess that is the theme about this controller. It's your choice how you want to use it, how you want to play. Adjusting the tension of the analog sticks is super easy too. You just simply pull off the analog stick and then adjust the tension accordingly with the tool provided. This allows you to adjust the analog sticks to suit your needs, the way you play and whatever game you're playing at the time. I also quickly tested out here using the super tool analog stick that's provided in the case, and I actually really like this one. I think I'm going to be using it probably on the right hand side for aiming in games, but yeah, I can't wait to get stuck in and use some of these analog sticks and find which works best for me. Just quickly, as I mentioned before, there's also convex and concave options that come in the carry case as well. So basically you can mix and match and use whichever one suit your needs. Again, just to show you just how easy this is, to change the D-pad it's literally pull with a little force on the D-pad itself, swap over to the new one and just slot that in. And there you go, ready to go. So in conclusion, I absolutely love this controller. I can't wait to get stuck in and use it some more. Sure, the price point is quite high, but you get exactly what you pay for. The premium design, quality and amount of customization really make this purchase a no-brainer. Thank you so much for watching the video, and thanks again for 3,000 subscribers, it means a lot. See you next time. Bye bye.